Hello again and welcome to another episode of World of Darkness. Today we're going to be using a Toreador. Toreador is probably, in my opinion, the best class for new to World of Darkness people. New to World of Darkness vampires. It is probably It's probably the best clan for someone who is new to Vampire the Masquerade, or World of Darkness, or tabletops and dice rollers in general. The clan weakness is entrapped by beauty. Basically, whenever you see anything that is beautiful, it could be anything from some shiny sparkly to a person to the sunrise, anything that could be deemed as beautiful, you have to roll a self-control roll. If you fail the self-control roll, you are stuck there looking at it for about 5 minutes. If you botch it, which means you do really bad, then you are entrapped for an hour. If you pass it, you're fine. No big deal. So yeah. Let's go ahead and start this. I'm going to try to speed through this one a little bit. I'm not trying to rush it to for time's sake or anything, but kind of more of a to show it can be done quickly. I'm trying to think. The first video of World of Darkness I made, I think, took almost 40 minutes. And a lot of these videos are still taking the 10 to 20 minute area. So I'm trying to show that with this video, I'm trying to show that a character can be created in World of Darkness relatively quickly once you understand what creating a character, what it takes to create a character. So let's go ahead and do that. First off, I'm going to give it a name. I'm going to name him Alex. I'm going to give him a nature. He's going to be a dabbler and a director. That's not good, actually. I'm going to give him some generation and a sire. Give him the same name as his sire. That's a fun thing to do. Physical. Let's go with the attributes. Let's do the straight 3 at first. Let's see here. Give 2 there. Give 2 there. Give 2 there. So we have 3, 5, 7. Yes. So as you can see, normal vampire 3, 5, 7. Next one's 13, 9, 5. So let's see here. I never made a concept. Let's do college dropout as the concept. Okay. So, as we've seen for the attributes so far, he's dexterous. He's probably taken a lot of dance classes, ballets, stuff like that. He's dabbled, never went to Master 1, but he's taken enough martial arts and stuff like that he's not bad. Social, he's got a lot of charisma. Actually, let's go ahead and even out his appearance and his manipulation. But he got a lot of charisma. When you see him, you kind of want to follow him. He's he's a director. He leads. He's good at it. Mental. He has some perception. Average-ish. He's never stuck around long enough to become so good at things that he can point out mistakes. So if someone trips, he's going to know they're tripping. But he's not going to notice if a ballerina misses a step. But he's done so many things that he has a large range of knowledges that partake in different arts and things like that. Basically, the reason why he's a college dropout, he's a dabbler. He's taken so many different things. I'm gonna say he's probably has like an artsy mind draft or something, but he's taken so many different courses. He's changed his major so many times that he basically ran out of money. So he has a bit of intelligence. He has so many different things that he's really intelligent about, or that he has some basic knowledge at. The same with his wit. Like, he's probably never even been to a associate's degree in any of his courses, but he probably has about 5 half associate's degrees. So he's taken up to college, like down here with the academics. He's taken up to like college mathematics and stuff. He's got basic medical, basic pre-law. He's got some occult and theological studies. He has some political sciences. He's taken enough of the classes that he understands them in the most basic of sense. He's a high schooler. He thinks he knows everything. Like, he's a 16-year-old guy, apparently. He thinks he knows the world. Now, for skills and abilities, we haven't finished, or skills and talents. So now we got to do our 9 and 15. Let's see here. Wait. Okay, I counted that right. And 4 more, so... Okay, that's right. So going through with this, with his skills, he has a little bit of animal kin. He probably worked at an obedience school or something for a couple of weeks, trying to get used to it. Taming animals is a form of art. Crafts, crafts, arts and crafts, basically. He can probably fix some things. He could probably repair a engine to a car, but he can't rebuild it. Etiquette, he has some basic etiquette. He knows. I'm probably thinking in etiquette here it's probably like fancy dance and stuff. But he does have the whole basic proper attitude stuff that comes with those. Larceny, he's pickpocketed a couple of times, just kind of get over, like, learn how to do it type thing. Same with melee. He's probably taken some courses, like, I'll get into why he has good melee, or why he has a little melee in a minute. But he's probably taken some courses where he's learned how to use a couple of melee knives and swords and stuff like that. Performance, he's taken ballet, he's taken dance, he's taken tap, he's taken music, singing, choir, orchestra, band. He's performed, he's gotten good at it. And stealth. Kind of the same with larceny. He's done it enough that he kind of understands the basics. He's better than a person who's never done it before, but he's not nearly a professional. Moving over to talents, brawl. He's taken martial arts courses. Boxing, kickboxing, taekwondo, judo. If you can take it at an American martial arts academy, he's probably done it. This is also why he has a little bit of melee. 1 or 2 of those probably got into knife fighting, nunchucks, swords, whatever. But like mostly he's only like, he's done boxing. Then he did kickboxing. He never got to the point where he was using, well, boxing and kickboxing don't use weapons. But like he did karate, taekwondo, judo, all those. Most of those he did. Okay, taekwondo, I'm going to learn to kick you really good. Judo, I'm going to learn to grapple you really good. Karate, I'm going to learn to punch you really good. Mixed martial arts, I'm going to learn to tackle you and grapple you more. But he probably never really got to the weapons more than just kind of a, let's see what you can do, have fun with us, here's a stick sword. Okay, so, let's see. I'm going to say he probably has some presence to help people lead him. Sorry, I need to continue. Expression, any form of expression, arts, painting, songs. So, intimidation, kind of the same. The same idea that allows you to express yourself and be happy is the same idea that can allow you to kind of be like, motherfucker, I'm going to kick your ass. So intimidation's just an act. It's a performance to him. Leadership. He leads. He likes to lead. He has some points in leadership. And subterfuge. Subterfuge, he lies. He might lie to hurt people. He lies because it's an act and it's him performing. Presence. He has a point in presence. Or I'm just going to give him a point in everything. Apparently, this isn't Clarity. Apparently, I've been reading that wrong. It's like Celerity or whatever. Basically, it means to move swiftly. But, fuck words. I'm going to say he has some contacts. I'm going to say he has a couple of contacts. And a couple of mentors. He probably is like maxed out on self-control. Okay, so that gives him 7. And 2. Okay, with this, I'm figuring he probably doesn't have that much of a conscience. Like, he never sticks around long enough to get to know people. So he's, again, as before, like, he's not good popular. People like being around him, but he doesn't like being around the same groups of people for so long that he makes friends. So if 1 or 2 of them get hurt, well, shit, what's he care? He only met this guy last week. Self-control, on the other hand, he's done dozens of different martial arts, dozens of different performance arts, music arts. He's pretty good at controlling his body. Courage, well, he leaves things. Like, after a couple of weeks, he gets bored and changes things. That could be because he has a problem with self-control, but he's really good at controlling his body, so he has high self-control. Maybe it's because he's afraid if he gets far, like, he's good at the beginning. Maybe if he gets too far, he won't be good anymore. So, maybe he doesn't have a lot of courage. He's entrapped by beauty. Let's go ahead and roll a dice for his blood. No. 2. That's actually very bad. Actually, it's good for him. If I remember right, it's 7. So, 7 minus your self-control. If you have less blood than that, you have a... Like, you have to roll so you don't get enraged. So in this case, he's probably starving. Let's go ahead and make some merits. Let's say he's ambidextrous. And let's see here. I'm going to say he's also probably a prodigy. Now we're going to go over here to some flaws. I do have some things in mind for him. I'm going to go down to weak-willed. Failure, at least in his own eyes. And... let's see, I had an idea. Impatient. There we go. Now, these aren't the costs. But let's say, like, these aren't the costs they cost because I'm not going to go look those up at the moment. But let's go ahead and say that... yeah. So as you can see here, there are freebie points. I don't mess with those that often when I'm building characters. Simply because, like, when I'm building base characters, because it depends on the campaign you're doing, how many freebie points you get. The start basic is 15 freebie points. What is it? It's 7 points to increase a discipline. It is 5 points to increase an attribute, 2 points for an ability, and 1 point for backgrounds, virtues, humanity, or willpower. So, we start with 15. We spend 5 points for our merits, 2 and 3, but we gained back 7 points for our flaws. So now we have 17 points. So let's see here. 17, 10, I said 10, 3, let's see here. Let's give him drive. I didn't realize he didn't know how to drive. And we'll give him a point of humanity. So, Celerity allows you to move quickly. It allows you to move really fast. And in combat, it allows you to do multiple moves in a turn. So he has 3 points of Celerity, so when it's active, he is able to perform 3 full actions without any type of problem from the action. Continuing on, other traits, he doesn't really have any. Doesn't have an derangement. We're not going to deal with equipment. Allies, he has a... let's see here. I'm going to say he has a doctor friend. Like, he has an ally who's a doctor. Why do I put a 1 there? He has an ally who's a lawyer. And he has an ally who is, let's see, what's another class he's probably gone to? He has a priest. So he has some allies. A doctor. A friend he met when he was going through basic medicine. Pre-med. And, like, they kept his friends. So now the guy's a doctor. Or maybe studying to be a doctor. Same with the lawyer. He met him in pre-law. The guy's now studying to be a lawyer, maybe first-year law. So he kind of, like, oh, doctor, my friend who's a doctor, I'm going to go to him because somebody just shot me in my arm. He's a friend. He won't, like, he's not going to rat. The same with lawyer. Hey, I got a parking ticket. Maybe my lawyer friend can kind of help me wiggle it under. And the priest, well, it's always good to have a friend who's a priest. Or have access to a priest sometimes. Just makes things easier sometimes. The other one was, or the other background was mentors. So, let's give him a mentor who's a master MMA, and a mentor who is a... So he has some mentors that he can still go back to. A ballet instructor and a master MMA. Or his master of MMA. I'm not... What would you call it? It's not a sensei. Whatever. So he has someone who he can go to kind of... Like, he can confide in to be like, I'm going to show you how to bust some skulls. And then he has someone he can confide in, and I'm going to show you how to move more nimbly. Again, we're not going to go into gear, because that's personal choice. And description. This is personal choice again. So yeah, we just made a Toreador in, I don't know how fucking long that took. I'm not even gonna guess. So, however long this video is, we just made a Toreador, a full make, right there. So yeah. If you have any questions with Toreador, feel free to ask. If not, well, hey, leave a comment anyway. Nobody's talking on these things. Tell me if they're useful. Tell me if they're not working. Tell me if you think I'm an idiot and I'm getting something wrong. Because I'm human, I might have misread something in the book, and, oh, by the way, we're not making vampires, we're making fishmen. I don't know. Well, I mean, I know they're vampires, not fishmen, but still. Give me some feedback. Do you like it? Do you not like it? What do you think? Anyhow, this is a Toreador, so have fun.